Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is game 2 of All-Star Saturday here in Greensburg, Kansas. My name is Brad Doherty of the Saddle Rock Sports Network. Excited to bring you this Kansas versus Colorado game. It's Kansas All-Stars taking on the Colorado North team here in Greensburg, Kansas. Gorgeous sunny afternoon. It's been a muddy week, but that's okay. It's gorgeous here today. All right, we are going to take a quick moment here for the singing of our national anthem.
For one last time, the coaches, teachers, parents, and community members who supported these athletes are thanked, and their support has helped shape. Amen. The second game of the doubleheader will feature the Kansas All-Stars.
As we mentioned before, it's going to be Team Kansas versus Team Colorado South.
The Kansas All-Stars will be the home team.
Kansas, the host of the game, obviously going to be the home team. Now will be the singing of the national anthem. It's the DISP button. Tell her it's the DISP button. It says DISP. A little behind baseball there for you. And here is our national anthem.
I'm still pressing it. It's not working. Still not. Oh, I got it.
One more time, give it up for Miss Brinley Rath of Golden Plains. What a beautiful job.
That was Miss Brinley Rath of Golden Plains.
Hey, line up in the American order.
Bringing us a beautiful rendition of the national anthem.
And now, let's meet the
And now, it's time for player introductions. First, the Colorado South Six-Man All-Stars.
From Cheyenne Wells, number 0,
From
Jason
Cheyenne Wells,
Turner.
number 0, Chase Turner.
From Primero, number 1,
From
Brett
Primero,
Kendall.
number 1, Brett Kendall.
From Cheyenne Wells,
Cheyenne Wells, number
Zach
2,
Dixie.
Zach Dixie.
From
From
Sierra
Sierra
Grande,
Grande, not here
number
today,
3,
but number 3,
Aaron
Aaron
Ojeda.
Ojeda.
From La
From
Veta,
La Veta,
number 4,
number 4,
Matthew
Matthew Gonzalez.
From Eads,
Wearing number 7 today from Eads, Case Nelson.
From Cheyenne
From Cheyenne Wells, wearing number 9, Ethan Garay. Wearing number 10, Shiraz's very own Tim Provost. Number 11, not here today, but proud he's on the team, was selected Terrence Hayner.
From Branson Kim, number
From
50,
Branson Kim, our very own Coulter
Let's
Branson.
go, Coulter.
From Cotopaxi, number 20,
From Cotopaxi,
Joel
number 20.
Tizak.
Sorry, that's Joel Tizak.
From
East,
East,
number 21, Stockton Mitchek.
From Branson Kim,
Also
number
from
22,
Branson Kim, one of the Bearcats,
Davis.
Colton Cowboy Davis.
From Sharon,
From Sharon, number 25,
Braden
Braden
Stoker.
Stoker.
From Hanover, number 30, Tyler Decker.
It's Tyler, 30 from Hanover. Tyler Decker
From
from
Primero,
Hanover, number
number
30.
56,
Jairo
Jairo
Dominguez
Dominguez.
wearing number 56 today. He's from Primero.
From Hanover,
Also
number
from
70,
Hanover, number 7,
Junior
Diaz.
Diaz. And from
Rounding out
Hanover,
the
number 80, David
South
Byers.
lineup today, number 80, David Byers from
The
Hanover.
coaches for the Colorado South All-Stars.
Coaches for Colorado South is
John
Branson
Cranston.
Kims, John
From
Cranston,
Cheyenne Wells, Miles Smith.
Shine Wells, Miles Smith, and Blake Bogenhagen.
Blake Bogenhagen.
And that is your Colorado South All-Star squad. Now it's time for the hometown host, Kansas All-Star team.
From Golden Plains, number 1, Josh Rapp.
Number 1, Josh Raff.
James Dickerman.
Number
From
2,
Lawrence Bison,
from
number
Golden
3,
Plains, Jake Dickerman.
Hoopengarner.
That was number 3, Jake
From
Hoopengarden.
Cunningham, number 4,
From
Luke
Cunningham, number 4,
Albert.
Luke Albert.
From Ingalls,
Number 5, from Ingalls, Langston Northern.
From Cheyenne, number
Cheyenne, number 7, Harley McPherson. From Weston, number 11, Trey Allen.
From Tescott,
From 12, Austin Miller. Now from Weston, number 13, Judah Crow.
Judah Crow.
Apologies there.
From Weston,
Also
number
from
15, D. Stay.
Number 15,
From Ingalls,
D.
number
Stain.
20, Breck Aberhoff.
Number 20, Breck Aberhoff coming from
From
Ingalls.
Cunningham, number 22, Doggin Reed.
Doggin Reed coming in from Cunningham, wearing number 22
South
today.
Barber, number 24,
South Barber's very own, number 24, Oakley Duval.
From Cheyenne, number 31, John Sabatka.
I have that wrong. That's John Sabatka. We'll fix that.
From Golden Plains, number 44,
Here's number 44.
Wyatt Evans.
I don't have those fixed. Well, I think the next several.
From Lawrence
We'll just announce
Bison,
them.
number 55, Hogan Meyer.
That is Logan Meyer.
From Golden Plains, number 66, Miguel Garcia.
Miguel Garcia, number 66
And
from Golden
from
Plains.
Cunningham, number
And there, the big
77,
fella,
Trent
number 77,
Schnicker.
Trent Schnicker from Cunningham. Coaches for Kansas this year, Travis Smith from Golden Plains, Brett Clow from Weston, Matt Cantrell from South Barber, and Damon Walker from Tescott.
And from Tescott, Damon Walker.
All right, there are your lineups
Your
for
officials for
both
tonight's
squads.
game. Kyle Roy.
Should be a lot of fun. Today's earlier game finished
Loopy
in
Perez.
favor of Texas, taking it to the Colorado North All-Stars. Final score in that game was, I believe,
Good luck
58
to
to
both
14.
teams.
Texas making the trip north, really coming to play. Had a really insightful interview with one of the coaches from Groom, Texas. One of his son was playing on the Texas team. Really gave us a neat inside look at Texas six-man football. Did you know there are over 260 six-man football teams in the state of Texas? In Colorado, there's about 35. So it's a pretty neat deal. All right, here we go, ladies and gents. It is about time to get it on. Making their way out for the coin toss for Colorado South. Looks like we have number 21, Stockton Mitchell, number 30, Tyler Decker, number 15, Colton Cranston, number 9, Ethan Garay, and jersey changes. It looks like Kansas has won the toss, and they elect to receive. And they will defend the left side of the field, the north end of the field here. The wind has died down in some other places. Actually, about 10 miles. It has dropped down a bit. It was a nice balmy 85 degrees for that first game. Unfortunately, nice and comfy here on the AC. Won't complain one bit. It is going to be a lot of fun here, folks. We got number 7 for Kansas. That's Harley McPherson. Back to kick.
It's called a kern dog. Kern dog. It's pulled pork on a hot dog with cheese. I haven't tried it, but I hear it's pretty good. I saw someone eat it. Brad says it's good.
Yeah, I just had to give my thumbs up for the kern dog, the local concession delicacy specialty. It's a massive hot dog covered with pulled pork and cheese. Oh, it was great. Let's get it on. We'll talk about the yummies later. This is Junior Diaz from Hanover kicking off, and McPherson to receive. McPherson handles it well, returns it up the sideline, knocked out of bounds, and they will spot it at the Kansas 26, 27-yard line. We'll see where they ultimately put it down. Right at the 27. Let's get it on, as they say. Last year, this game was just Texas and Colorado squads. It was Kansas North versus Colorado South, and then Kansas South versus Colorado North. Kansas coming up victorious in both of those games. Kansas wanting to continue that tradition. Colorado South here looking to change their favor. That's number 3, scrambling, he airs it out. Intended target was number 66. That's Miguel Garcia was the intended target. Number 3, Hoopengarner from Otis Bison on the toss.
Cranston on pass coverage along with number 21, Stockton Mitchell.
Cranston and Mitchek were out on pass defense. Looks like they could air it out again, one man out wide to the near side of the field. It's a pitch, it's going to be a run play. Nice, good blocking. That's going to be a gain of about 5 yards. That's number 5, Langston Northern from Ingalls on the carry.
Number 9, Ethan Gray.
Ethan Gray getting credit for the takedown. That'll be 3rd and about 9. Still at the Kansas 33. It's a quick pitch. No, it's not. Number 3, Hoopengarner has it. He's going to air it out. He has a man. And it almost picked off. That was number 25, Braden Stoker from Shira. Almost getting it laying out. Not quite able to come up with the pick. 4th and 9 here for Shira. I'm sorry. That was 25, Braden Stoker with the near pick.
Number 25, Braden Stoker.
4th down. It's a punt. It's going to be blocked. On 4th down, number 30. That was Ty Decker from Hanover with the block and recovery. Colorado South going to take over at the Kansas. Let's see, where is it spotted? 28-yard line. Decker at the quarterback, hands it off to Coulter Cranston. Cranston, number 15, powering forward for about 7 yards. That was number 11, Trey Allen from Weston on the tackle. Second down, about 8 yards to go.
And I can stop.
Try to get low. Come on, let's go up front here.
T-Zack under center this time. Decker, that's a wide open number 21. Stockton Mitchek turns on the Jets. Colorado South first to strike, courtesy of the legs of the speedster Stockton Mitchek. He was in the top 5 at the state track meet just a few weeks ago in the long jump competition. Southern Colorado, we know that he is quick and he can jump out of the gym. We'll see how that works in the rest of the game. Okay, here we go. They are going to elect to go for
Diaz for the 2-point
that
conversion.
is Junior Diaz from Hanover to attempt the 2-point kick. Good looking snap. It is up and scooches its way over for 2.
Good.
All right, let's take a minute. 8-0
8 minutes, 9 seconds
with
left
8
to go
minutes
in
and
the first
change
quarter.
left here in the first. Want to take a minute and tell you about one of our brand new sponsors, Four Rivers Ranch Equipment. Four Rivers Ranch Equipment is a ranch equipment company built on experience with gear made right here in the USA from fully galvanized steel. It's tough, durable, and built to last. After 20 years in Australia, we brought our operation to the United States 5 years ago, and we've been changing ranches across America ever since. Our equipment is made by ranchers and for ranchers, designed for one-person operation, safe, easy for your cattle, and easy enough for the whole family. We are a family, a veteran-run family business that proudly serves and cares for everyone from our hobby farmers to our large commercial ranchers. Join the thousands switching today. Reach out to Four Rivers Ranch Equipment. Back to the action. That kick is going to dribble out of bounds at about the 1-yard line.
This kick goes out of bounds.
We'll see what Kansas elects to do there.
Back for Kansas.
Folks, we appreciate you watching today from wherever you may be. You can see in our analytics, many of you watch these games from the comfort of your own home. About half of you
Kansas All-Star says, moving back.
do that. Some of you watching on the go on your phone or other device. Regardless of where it is, we are glad you're here with us today. Another kick kind of squibs this time, and it's also going to roll out of bounds. Let's see if Kansas
Kick
also
goes out of bounds
elects
on the left side.
to back them up 5. Looks like that. They very well may do that.
Kansas elects to decline it. They will take
No,
the
they're
ball
just going to take it right there on the
30-yard line. First and 15 from the 30. Kansas will start their possession.
There's the play. Oh, we are rocking and rolling. Number 9. Still got to work on figuring out all my names. That's Hoopengarner.
For the Kansas All-Stars. Ran out of bounds by number 15, Coulter Cranston.
Cranston finally runs him down. Jake Hoopengarner, nice play. New set of downs. First and 15 now at the 31 of Colorado. 2 runners out left. Look for a sweep. It is going to the left side. They got a few blockers. They're going to gain about 4 or 5 yards on the play. That was number 31, John Sabaktka from Shaylin, or Shylin rather.
Number 25, Braden Stoker
And that was number 25, Braden Stoker, getting credit for the tackle. Colorado quick to strike. Kansas looking to tie it up. Here we go. Hoop and Garner. He's got a man, just overthrew him by about a foot and a half. Man, that was close. Intended target was Harley McPherson. All right. Back to it.
Not sure if you can tune in on your phone as you're watching the game.
That'll be 3rd and about 10.
I should say.
3rd and 10. It's quick pitch. Nice cutback by number 5. Swarming defense by Colorado. That's going to be 4th and about 6 or 7 to go. Langston Northern from Ingalls on the carry.
I probably can't on my flip phone, so I'm out of luck.
4th and about 5, maybe 6 yards. Ball currently spotted at the Colorado 22. Two backs, it looks like we'll have a quick pitch. Back to Hooping Garner. Hooping Garner airs it out. He's got a man. And it looks like a catch. The referee's nod, and Kansas is on the board. We've tied it at 6.
Luke Albers for Kansas. Touchdown.
And that was number 4, Luke Albers, on the reception. Nice play coming across, well executed. Several new defenders coming in. Looks like our special teams defense potentially. Looks to be Doggum Reed in to attempt the 2-point kick. Good snap. It is up, and it is good. And we are tied at 8.
6 minutes and 16
6
seconds.
minutes and a little bit of change left here in the first quarter.
The Kansas All-Stars.
We are all knotted up here in Greensburg, Colorado. Greensburg, Kansas. Yeah, that's the state we're in. We'll be right back.
Andreatta Well Service designs, builds, services, and repairs well and water systems throughout southern Colorado. We provide well drilling, well rehabilitation, water pump systems, agricultural irrigation pipelines, septic systems, road construction, and general excavation services. As fifth-generation Walsenburg small business owners, we pride ourselves on being an active part of the local community. Good luck to all the student athletes competing today.
Big thanks to Andreatta Well Services out of Levita, Colorado, being one of our sponsors of today's broadcast. We got a Levita player here today, Matt Gonzalez. And that's Reed to kick off. It's a good kick. And that is Stockton Mitchek to return, and they're saying he had a foot in the end zone, so that will be a touchback. Colorado will start at their 15. Joined here on the Saddle Rock Sports broadcast crew, we have several Branson students and a student from Kim, Colorado as well. Junior Tate Baker, junior Gabby Rios, recent graduate Jackie Rios, and Kim junior Kennedy Cranston helping us pull off this broadcast today. Looks like Cowboy Davis, one of Branson's very own, in at center. Cranston gets taken down after about a 6-yard gain, maybe 7. We'll see where they spot it. I'm sorry, no, it was a gain of 2. Had a different mental starting place for that play. All right, that'll bring up 2nd and 13 from the Colorado 17. Quick pitch over to Michek. He's going to be met in the backfield and brought down. That's a TFL. Nice defensive play. And that was Trey Allen from Weskin with the big takedown. That'll bring up 3rd and about 18, maybe 19.
Third and 18 for Colorado.
Quick pitch back to Michek. Nice big toss. Intended target was Coulter Cranston. Nice pass defense by Kansas, and that's going to bring up 4th and long for Colorado. It's Tyler Decker on the pass attempt. Decker coming from Hanover. Tough field possession. I would expect Colorado to elect to kick it away. Kansas does have a potential receiver back deep. Dominguez with the quick flip to Cranston. Decent little kick. It's going to drop fair. Michek was almost there. Guy got the move on him. That is number 11 on the return. Trey Allen from Weskin with a nice return.
Number 22, Colton Davis from Branson Cam in on the tackle.
That was Cowboy Davis helping in on the cat tackle there.
Good field position for Kansas. Ball will be spotted at the Colorado 24-yard line.
Kansas going to take over now at the Colorado 24, 1st and 15. Quick pitch, and it's a run up the gut. Nice run. That's number 5, Langston Northern from Ingles.
Tackle by Eads, Stockton Michek.
Stockton Michek on the tackle. Bring up 2nd and 7. Ball pretty much right at the 16-yard line. Northern in the backfield. It's a quick pitch to him. He's going to try to get to the outside. He's going to get wrapped up for a tackle for loss that time. Colorado South played that well. Loss of about 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 11. Ball right at the 20-yard line.
Big thanks to Kiowa County Schools for allowing us to host the game here. Thanks to work with AD Brian Niederding, Principal Mr. Trevor Powell. Thank you.
Trey Allen out wide, as is Albers.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And Miller in the slot. Hooping Gardner with it. He goes out to Albers. Albers. Ooh, gets guy on some skates. Woo, that was a cool juke. Got to give credit where credit is due.
First pass to Luke Albers is complete.
Albers with a nice little move there.
Guys there.
And that does get them far enough. It's going to be 1st and goal situation here for Kansas.
9-yard line. Ball will be spotted.
Ball at the 9-yard line. Game currently tied at 8 with 3 minutes and change here to go in the first quarter. Northern in the backfield. It's pitched to him. He's going to take it right up the middle. He's met and is able to maybe, doesn't quite get back to the original line of scrimmage. In fact, no, he does power forward for a couple yards. Ball's about at the 6.
Hanover in on the tackle.
So 2nd and goal from the ball spotted pretty much about the 5.5-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Yeah, I think so.
we can turn that back up a little bit. Just not too terrible much on that one. It's a quick pitch to Northern. He's going to take it up the right side. He is close to it. He's stretching, doesn't quite get there. It's a goal line stop. Tyler Decker of Hanover is right in the middle of those red jerseys. But there was a group of them. They're going to say Davis and Cranston also in on the tackle. And ball at the 1 yard line. And it looks like we got a timeout taken by Kansas. Also want to say thank you to one of our sponsors, fellow broadcasting crew out of Texas called Sixmania. Their goal is to bring six-man football to the masses and build up as many production crews across six-man schools as possible. You can reach out to them on Facebook, and you can find their broadcasts of all Groom High School football on their YouTube channel. Just search for Sixmania. We appreciate getting to know them. Appreciate Tony Rocha reaching out and being one of our sponsors today. Maybe we end up working with them down in the, working into the future, developing a true multi-state network of small school production crews across Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, maybe Oklahoma. For those of you watching, we're also headed to Canada in a couple of weeks. July 1st will be the Can-Am Bowl. It's six-man football, Team Canada versus Team USA. Players from 2 provinces in Canada and 6 states here in the U.S. Colorado, Montana, Nebraska, Wyoming, and Texas representing the U.S. in that game. July 1st right here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. Going to be a good time. Coulter Cranston of Kim Branson and one of the young men from Cheyenne Wells going to be playing in that game as well. Here we go. Back to it. Northern in the backfield. They're on the 1. They hand it to him. They say, all right, big fella, push, push, push. Are they going to make it? No, they don't. Southern, Colorado South, is able to plug the hole for a loss of about a half a yard. They put it back at the 1.5 yard line. Big stop, 4th and goal. Game currently tied at 8. After a big stop like that, they're either going to try to repeat the process and win it or pop it to the outside. You don't have to gain a lot of ground right here to finally get to pay dirt. Northern in the backfield. They fake it. Hooping Garner's out. Easy little play for the end. That's number 20, Breck Averhoff. Averhoff with the touchdown reception. He's from Ingalls, Kansas. And Kansas takes a 1-touchdown lead. With under a minute left to go here in the first. Expected a little bit of trickery. Not a right up the gut replay of the play prior. Good execution there by Kansas. Fumbled snap. Doggum Reed almost had a wide open Schnichter out for the 1-point attempt. No good. So it's a 6-point game, 14-8.
57.4 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The Kansas All-Stars 14.
Got to thank another one of our sponsors out of Cheyenne Wells, Colorado, C&K Oil Incorporated. They're a Sinclair station right there in Cheyenne Wells. So the next time you're road tripping through eastern Colorado, swing in and say thank you to them for this broadcast by filling up your tank. They'll also take care of minor repairs. They'll sell you new tires or fix that tire that needs repaired. Get a hold of them at 719-767-5859. Again, 719-767-5859. Thank you, C&K Oil, for your sponsorship of today's broadcast. All right, it's Doggum Reed of Cunningham set to kick. Stockton Mitchek of Eads to return. Reed's kick is fair and away. Mitchek's going to return that one from about the 2-yard line. He's going to turn the Jets on up the sideline. Is eventually pushed out by number 22, Reed, who kicked it off. Nice return by Mitchek. That's going to let Colorado start at about the 29-yard line. Nice return of about 27, 28 yards from Mitchek. Garay with a pitch back to Kendall. Kendall's going to use his feet. He's one of the leading rushers in Colorado six-man this year. Kendall brought down back at right near the original line of scrimmage. Doggum Reed credited with the takedown. Mitchek coming in for Cranston on the offensive side of the ball. Kendall's going to be the quarterback here with Mitchek in the backfield. It's a quick pitch to Stockton Mitchek. The speedster, he's going to gain about 4 yards on the play. We'll bring up third and about 11. And that's Logan Meyer. And we are done with the first quarter here at the end of one. Kansas is up 14-8. Appreciate everyone that has stepped up to sponsor our broadcasts of these two all-state games today. First game was Texas versus Colorado Northern. Texas coming out on top. Pretty substantial 58-14 lead, but Colorado North really, I think, responding well. Playing a good second quarter, but just not quite enough to catch up after Texas built up that big lead in the first half. All right, here we go. Colorado, third and about 10-ish. It's back to Kendall. He pitches it back up to Garay. Garay taken down after a gain of about 4. That'll bring up fourth and about 5. We'll see where they spot it. It's on the far hash at the 39-yard line. McPherson on the stop from Shylin. 4th and 5. Just a yard still inside Colorado territory. It's going to be pitched back to Kendall. Mitchek with it. He's going to keep it on the ground. He does get far enough to advance the chains, knocked out of bounds at about the 32-yard inside Kansas territory. That was Shylin's Harley McPherson on the tackle. Cranston and Gray in the backfield. Muff snap. Recovered by Colorado South. Loss of about a yard. 2nd and 16 from the Kansas 33 on the far hash. It's pitch back to Cranston. He's going to try to turn it up. He's got a blocker. It's Kendall. That's enough to move the sticks. Looks like that will be first and goal for Colorado at about the Kansas 12-yard line. Nice run by the Branson Bearcat graduate Coulter Cranston. Good blocking by Kendall. Mitchek and Cranston kind of going 1-for-1. Coach John Cranston maybe wanting to keep those running backs' legs as fresh as possible. It's going to be Gray and Mitchek in the backfield. Kendall's going to try to air it out. He's under pressure. He's still on his feet. Oh, it was a toss, but it's a forward pass, incomplete. He wanted to get it out to Chasen Turner. Turner just didn't quite have his head back where it needed to be to see that pass coming. Second and goal. Ball still at the 12-yard line. Again, Cranston and Mitchek swapping running back duties. Always keeping the defense honest, knowing that there could be a all-state speedster out there. Cranston wrapped up from behind. And that was Trey Allen from Weskin on the tackle. Third and goal. Ball spotted at about the 8-yard line now on the far hash. Sun is setting, so the folks here on the near side get to be in the shade of the media booth. Far side, they're kind of squinting a little bit. They've fired up the lights, and I expect it's going to be a gorgeous evening for this second half of football. Garay out wide right. Mitchek in the backfield. Kendall under center. Garay in motion. Little sneak play, but well read by Kansas. Give Kansas credit for not biting on the sneak play. Loss of a couple yards. It'll be fourth and goal from the 10. Mitchek and Cranston in for Colorado. Kind of eye-right formation. Mitchek in the backfield. It's a pitch to Mitchek. Kendall's going to air it out to Chasen Turner. Not able to get there. That will be a turnover on downs. Kansas going to start deep in their own territory at the 10-yard line. First and 15 for the host Kansas All-Stars. Kansas going to get it going on their own 10-yard line. Hoopingauer back. He's got a man open. Catch is good. Going to be just short of the first down marker. But that pass play is good for about 14 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
14 yards on the play. 2nd down and 1.
Got to hand it to Hoopingauer. He is doing a really nice job. Colorado going to take a timeout, talk about it defensively. We'll take a quick timeout of our own.
Andreatta Well Service designs, builds, services, and repairs well and water systems throughout southern Colorado. We provide well drilling, well rehabilitation, water pump systems, agricultural irrigation pipelines, septic systems, road construction, and general excavation services. As fifth-generation Walsenburg small business owners, we pride ourselves on being an active part of the local community. Good luck to all the student athletes competing today.
Welcome back, folks. About 5.5 to go. You'll see a reminder up there at the top of your screen to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. Just scroll down below this video, hit that button. It's free and easy, takes about 2 seconds, and it really helps us out. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and find us and follow us on Facebook. That's the best way to stay up to date and in the know of everything we got coming your way on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. Mentioned to you July 1st, we're headed north, across the border. Saddle Rock Sports going international. We'll be in Saskatchewan in a little town called Rosetown to bring you the Can-Am Bowl. Team Canada versus Team USA, six-man football. Right here. It's going to be a lot of fun. A couple of Texas players that we saw, maybe one from earlier today. I'm not sure if any of those young men are playing in that game, but it will be a lot of fun. Here we go, second and short. Garner, quick handoff to number 5. He's just going to lower his shoulder and gain about 10 yards or so. That was Langston Northern from Ingalls. Moves those chains. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Garner back to pass. A little scoop play over to Albers. Albers got a little room to run and heads out of bounds. Pushed that way by number 30, Tyler Decker. Almost enough to move the chains. Going to be about 3 yards short. 2nd and 3 for Kansas. Looks like we got Dickerman and Albers out wide. I'm sorry, that's not Albers, that's McPherson. Hand off to McPherson. It's a jet sweep. Good for a first, but I do see a couple of flags on the field. We'll see what the results of the laundry call is going to be. That will be holding, so that'll march it back. Let's see where they ultimately spot it. It's going to be back at the Kansas 36. Replay of second down. Two Kansas receivers out wide, 3 out. Garner with it. He's live. He airs it out. He's got a man, number 7, out deep. And he's able to catch it. He beats Cranston. Cranston ends up with the tackle, saving the touchdown. But Harley McPherson, what a grab. Give credit to Garner. What a throw. They spot it down there at the 2. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2. Northern up the gut. He's just going to try and push his way in. They stuff him. Now, the last time this happened, Kansas just released a guard to the left for an easy touchdown. Let's see if they dip back into the well for a similar sneaky play. Not sneaky in a bad sense, sneaky in a well-executed, because you have with a back like Northern, you've got to plug the middle, but that's going to leave it wide open for one of the bigs. Look for Averhoff or Garcia to split out wide. Hooping Gardner with it. They sweep it. They've got time. They get in. And that is number 31, John Sabatka. Oh, that's not the right guy. I'm sorry, folks. Don't have his picture set up. We'll try to get that fixed here at halftime. And with that touchdown, Kansas is now up by 2 scores. 20-8. Snap is good. Kick is good. And the hands are up. That's another 2. 22-8. Here's your score. Kansas coming out. Some quick hits, some quick, fast, big breakaway plays. And it is a 2-touchdown lead for the host home Kansas team. Want to give a shout out to some of our super fans. Super fans are folks that are fans of Saddle Rock Sports Network that financially help us keep the lights on here in the booth. You'll see those names. Those are folks in our normal regular broadcast area that help us get it going. So they don't necessarily have a business that they want to advertise, but they want to say thank you and help us keep these student broadcasters paid. All of our student broadcasters today are paid for their time. We don't accept any school funds for what we do, although we do get to use school vehicles, which we greatly appreciate. We keep it going from our business sponsors and our super fans. Couldn't do it without them. If you'd like to be a super fan, you could head over to saddlerocksolutions.com/fans to learn all about it. Here we go. 2-touchdown lead for Kansas, and that's 22. Doggum Reed in for the kick. He's had several good ones already today. Brett Kendall back to return. He's going to send it. It is returnable by Kendall, and he's going to bring it from about the 1. He turns on the jets and is brought down by about the 22-yard line. About a 21-yard return for Kendall. Brett Kendall on the run. And Colorado is going to start at their own 22 with about 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. And a strong right formation. Coulter Cranston in the backfield, and it's pitched to him. He's got blockers. He's out. He's got room if he could break free, but he is going to be brought down. That was Coulter Cranston with a nice run. And Josh Rath on the takedown. That was enough to move the chains and then some. Colorado moves into Kansas territory. Ball spotted at the Kansas 34. Decker at quarterback. Mitchek with the pitch. Decker trying to get out in front of him. Mitchek doesn't get much, and that was a pursuit from behind tackle by number 13, Judah Crow from Weskin. Mitchek got about 2 yards on that run. Bring up 2nd and 13. Excellent backside pursuit by Crow. Or Crow, is it? Crow is the consensus here in the booth. Today it's several members of the AV family from about an hour and a half from here, I was told. There you go, Decker. He's going to air it out. He lofts it up. That's pickable, and it was. It's picked by number 11, Trey Allen. Decker trying to make something happen, but in an all-star game like this where you're playing against the best athletes from every team, when you just kind of put one up with a hope and a prayer, oftentimes it is going to come away not the way you want it to. So turnover. Let's see if the Colorado defense now can try to pin Kansas. They've got the ball at their own, pretty much their 15, maybe almost the 16-yard line here on the near hash. We got a runner out left and 2 on the near side. Man in motion. Hoopingarner has it. He's going to air it out. He lets it go, and that could be a pick the other way. Nice defense, though. That is number 25, Braden Stoker from Shara, able to break up that pass. Still a little breezy out there, but the wind has died down even more. Minute and a half to go here in the first half. Currently a 2-score game, 22-8. Kansas up. Wide out split, one near, one far. Pitch to Hoopingarner, he will be live. He's aired it out successfully. Gray almost on the tackle. Hoopingarner, he's going to air it out. He's got a man. And Stoker again able to break up the big play. Braden Stoker is earning his ice cream after the game, that's for sure. There we go. If you're an ice cream shop and you want to sponsor Saddle Rock Sports, there we go. That phrase, earning the ice cream, that could be yours. If you're lactose intolerant, we'll think of something for you too to sponsor us. All right, after a game and a half, you kind of just start coming up with loopy jokes, folks. Here we go, back to it. Hoopingarner with it. He's got 2 men out to his left. It's a quick inside pass to number 5, Northern. He's going, he's gone, and he ain't coming back. Ingles, very own, number 5. That was Langston Northern. Oh, but there is some laundry. We'll see if that is. Oh, touchdown stays. Unsportsmanlike against Kansas after the play. That penalty is going to get assessed at the kickoff. Regardless, it's a 20-point lead. And I really don't care what sport you play. If that's basketball, if that's football, a 20-point lead's a pretty good lead. And we're not even at halftime yet. Kansas has come to defend the home turf today. This is Doggum Reed from Cunningham on the kick again. He's had several good and successful attempts. Nice snap. It's up. And the uprights are split. 30-8, a 22-point lead here in Greensburg, Colorado. 1 minute and change left here in the second quarter. We'll take a quick audio break. We'll be right back here in a minute. Coming back, folks. Kansas coming to play. Taking a pretty substantial 22-point lead as we got about a minute and change before halftime. That unsportsmanlike will move the ball back 10 yards. 15 yards rather. Kansas is going to kick off from their own 15. Doggum Reed to kick. That's going to be Stockton Mitchek back to return. Reed's going to dribble that kick. It's going to just bounce. Mitchek picks it up. He's got a couple blockers. And he is going to take this one to the house. As long as there's no flags, that is going to be a Colorado touchdown. And that is going to be another unsportsmanlike on Colorado. That's Chasen Turner. I saw him having a couple of friendly words with number 15, D. Stain. Let's see what they signal. Touchdown will stand. Another unsportsmanlike against Kansas and against Colorado, so I'm guessing they will offset. Regardless, that was Stockton Mitchek with a big burst of speed to get into the end zone there. There's his picture. This is Junior Diaz from Hanover to kick. Nice snap, but the defense came in unhindered with the block. It's a 16-point game now. Just under a minute to go. Kansas is up 30-14 over Colorado. All right, if you haven't already done, just a little reminder, subscribe to that YouTube channel, smash that like button, and let everybody know about the Saddle Rock Sports Network. That's the best way you can help us really keep the broadcast booth lights on as we grow. This coming year, we'll have 6 production crews across Colorado, New Mexico, maybe Oklahoma. We're set to do over 500 games. It is going to be a ton of fun. Back to it. This is Junior Diaz with the kick, and he's going to send it back to number 7, McPherson, to return. And he is going to be brought down after a return of about 18 yards. And they are going to give it to him right at the 20-yard line. That was Braden Stoker, another defensive play. Nice tackle on McPherson. Kansas going to take over and get going at their own 20. Hoopingarner with it. He's got a couple of men. He's looking for a target. They're in pursuit. He gets away from Garay. He airs it out. Man, that kid has an arm. And number 4, heads up play by Luke Albers. Steps out of bounds. Stoker not quite able to stay with him that time. Stoker has been relied on several times and come up big, several big defensive knockdowns. Not able to get it that time. A big first down play. 1st and 15 for Kansas. 40 seconds to go here in the first half. They're going to send 2 men out wide right, 1 wide left. Hoopingarner's going to have some targets. It's another sweep up the middle. Number 7, McPherson with it. Still on his feet. And he's going to run out of bounds at about the 8-yard line, 9-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Looks to be the 8. And was that enough to move the chains? Not quite. He'll have to get down to about the 5 for a first. Maybe the 6. Tell you what, folks, I've been very impressed with Jake Hoopingarner from Otis Bison. He's patient. He's able to evade the defense. Several big plays. It's going to be Northern in the backfield. He's got a man wide open. Are they going to give it to him? They're going to say no on the touchdown, but they are going to give him the reception at about the 6-inch line. That was Averhoff on the reception. Kansas going to take a minute to talk it over. Folks, we appreciate each and every one of you watching today. We know there are lots of different options for you out there to watch your sports online. And it's kind of exciting to think that if you're watching on a smart TV at home, that you can be watching the Saddle Rock Sports Network, you can be watching Sixmania on YouTube on your smart TV, which is only a couple clicks away from ESPN or NBC Sports. It's an amazing opportunity for you to potentially start a production crew at your own school. Maybe you're watching this from somewhere far off, and maybe you have connections in a community that it would be nice to really get this going at your school during the rest of the year. We would love to. We're going to talk a little bit more about that during halftime and kind of the Saddle Rock sports philosophy and approach, and encourage you to think about maybe joining us in on the fun. It is a neat thing to be involved in, and it's great to see our athletes showcased and our student broadcasters showcased as well. All right, it is 1st and goal at the 6-inch line. Tush push time. And it won't be at the 6-inch line anymore. They're going to back it up 5. False start against the host team. They're going to pick a different play to throw in there. So it will be 1st and goal from the 5, plus a football length. Tell you, that was a neat play, a great catch by Averhoff, how he got his hand underneath that a little while ago. Just thinking about that. And that's 5 Albers. He's going to try to get to the outside, and he does. Says, catch me if you can. I'm sorry, that's Langston Northern. Another Kansas touchdown. (36-14). The lead extends. Not an insurmountable lead, but a pretty good lead. Colorado's shown some signs of life. We'll see how they close out this half and what adjustments they make at halftime. Reed, again. Money, 2 extra points. And it is a 26-point game here with 20 seconds to go before half.
With 21 seconds left to go in the first half.
Again, one of our newest sponsors for Rivers Ranch Equipment. Ranch equipment made right here in the USA, made out of galvanized steel. Easy to use for anyone in the whole family. A family-owned operation, veteran-owned operation. Started in Australia and now has been in the U.S. for about 5 years. Changing ranching operations from the small mom-and-pop family operation to the larger commercial customers for Rivers Ranch Equipment. We're proud to have them as a Saddle Rock Sports sponsor. Dog'em Reed to kick again. 20 seconds to go. Can Colorado respond? Brett Kendall back to receive. He comes up and gets it about the 10. Still on his feet, but brought down after a return of about 10 yards. No, 15. 25 minus 10 is 15. 15 seconds to go. Colorado has it at their 25. ball's in the air. He's got his man. It's Turner. That was Chasen Turner on the reception from Joel Tezak.
Number 0, Chasen Turner. Was that 20 or 30? It was 30. You're right. Okay. And 22 on the stop.
And Dagum Reed on the stop.
Timeout.
And we have another timeout. All right, back to it, folks. Here we go. Colorado has it. 15 seconds. No, 3.4 seconds on the clock. Time for one play. What did Coach Cranston draw up? It's a toss. It's still live. Mitchek has it. He's on his feet. He's still trying to make something happen. Ball popped out. It's a turnover, and that's going to bring us to halftime. Kansas with a big stop. 14-38 is the score. Hometown Kansas All-Stars leading the way going into half. We'll see what kind of adjustments the Colorado South coaching staff makes. We'll be back here in a minute. We're going to let some of our current and former broadcasters tell you a little bit more about what we do on the Saddle Rock Sports Network.
Saddle Rock Sports Network is a student-powered broadcasting company that was started this fall.
Over the last 2 months, our student-produced broadcasts have gotten over 20,000 views.
Over 20,000 views.
Over 20,000 views.
Over 20,000 views. In January and February, we will be broadcasting 41 games for the high school and junior high Kim Branson Mustang basketball teams.
With that being said, would you like to put your ad in one of our live videos?
Your ad will also be permanently on the game videos, which live on YouTube forever.
Forever.
For forever.
And will be seen over and over again as the game is shared with fans and re-watched by players, coaches, and families.
We have ad packages based on sponsoring all the games in a given week, or sponsoring a specific team or teams.
Weekly ad packages start at 1 week, between 8 and 12 games, for $200 and go up to all 41 games for $800.
Team-based sponsorships are similarly priced.
Each package includes your logo on screen during gameplay and a commercial that gets aired during timeouts and half times of your sponsored games.
Another way Saddle Rock Sports Network is helping schools is that they give 20% of ad revenue back to a school group of your choice.
Whether that be, for example, the senior class, junior class, FFA, theater, whatever you want.
To reserve your sponsorship, click on the link to the order form in this post, or you can visit saddlerocksolutions.com.
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 saddlerocksolutions.com for more information.
All right, folks, welcome back. It's Brad here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. We got about 5 minutes to go. Got the pleasure of meeting the principal here at Kiowa High School, Kiowa County High School, I guess it's called. And beautiful facility. And got to also run into some friends that we used to know that used to live in Honey, Colorado. And their kids have gone to our vacation Bible school at the church I pastor in Brands, Colorado for many years until they moved out here to Greensburg. And they stopped by to say hello. So what a treat. And learn that basically in 2007, a huge tornado destroyed about 95% of the town of Greensburg. They rebuilt the school. They rebuilt a lot of the properties here in Greensburg and have really done a neat thing. So, you know, when the good Lord gives you a challenge like a tornado, it opens up a door to rebuild in a new and special way. And the folks in Greensburg here have done a fantastic job of really rebuilding and making it sound, making everything just hospitable and wonderful to us here on the tech side. It's been a good experience in lots and lots of ways. One thing I do want to mention to you here is what we do on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. So you're enjoying this here on YouTube. All of our broadcasts are on YouTube. We believe in keeping it free for the viewers and keeping it easy to find instead of on a specific website that we host. Let's put it on the biggest platform in the world that everybody has. You can watch a Mr. Beast video or you can watch a Saddle Rock Sports video. They are right there on the same platform. And we keep those games up there forever. There's no limit to how long they will be there. So if you miss the game, you can always go back and watch it later. Watch your highlights. Share it with friends and family that may have missed the game. If you would like to start a student-powered production at your school, please reach out. We've been doing this since 2000 and for 4 years now, since 2020, and we are excited to grow. We will have 6 school-based crews throughout Colorado, New Mexico this upcoming school year. We are on track to do over 500 games this next season on the Saddle Rock Sports Network, in addition to several big holiday tournaments and county fairs and other special events like this one right here. Now, to get going as a student-powered crew in your school, it can be in any state. You really need 3 things. You need some people that are passionate about sports and that aren't intimidated by technology. And actually, the technology is a lot easier than you'd think it would be. And we've figured out the bumps along the way. We'd love to bring you in as part of the Saddle Rock Sports family. Don't worry, we don't charge any fees or something to be a part of what we do. But we would love to have that conversation with you and help you on the journey. We've also found that local businesses are extremely generous and excited to not only support student-powered broadcasting, but get their message out on a platform that is permanent like YouTube. It's not a throwaway advertising like something that might be in the newspaper or advertising that you only hear once and never again, like on the radio. Advertising on the Saddle Rock Sports Network is on the video in perpetuity. Every time a player goes back and watches their highlights and shares it with the family, your ads and your sponsorship will be played all over the world over and over and over again. And because of that new reality in this new kind of media, local sponsorship is easier to find than you would think. And all of our student broadcasters, all of our adult sponsors, and all of our ad salespeople are paid for their time. This is not a volunteer adventure. This is a student-powered broadcasting business. It's a ton of fun. We would love to bring you in to the Saddle Rock Network and continue to grow it as a network. One place where people from across the globe or people right in your neighborhood can get on their phones, on their smart TVs, in the comfort of their own living room and watch great small school local sports wherever they're at. If you want to be part of that, reach out to me on Facebook. You can find me. You can search for Saddle Rock Sports Network. You can search for me. Again, my name is Brad Doherty. Pretty easy to find. And I'd love to tell you more about it. Help it get it going in your community at your school. It can be a really, really neat, profitable thing. Yeah, granted, you're not going to be rolling in the dough, but it's enough to justify the time you spend on your passion project and to help some kids have some good side hustle, part-time income money. All right, that is my spiel. We have only a few minutes, just about a minute and a half, until the start of the third quarter. Kansas coming out strong here in the first half. It was closer in the first quarter. Score at the end of one. Oh, excuse me. at the end of one was 14-8. It was really the second quarter where Kansas came out, scored 24 points, 3 touchdowns to Colorado's 1 in the second. It's been a matter of really good defensive play by Kansas. Also, Kansas taking advantage of some opportunities and breaking some wide open plays. Defensively, keys to the game moving forward. Kansas, keep doing what you're doing. If I was coaching that Kansas team, I would say keep the throttle down. Don't change what ain't broken, and they're getting the job done now. From the Colorado perspective, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments they've made. They're in this. This is not the game is by no means over. We have a lot of time left to go, 2 full halves, and it's only a 3-touchdown deficit. Several good stops, several good plays. We've seen some breakaway plays by Colorado as well. The first game of the day was a little more lopsided. Texas really putting the hammer down. We're up. Almost had a running clock situation early in the third quarter. We'll see how Colorado replies. Colorado will be set to receive the kick as Kansas won the toss and they received on the first possession. So Colorado will receive the kick to start the third. Again, we got a 4-student crew plus myself hailing out of Branson, Colorado. If you're just watching and wondering where that is, it's not Branson, Missouri. We're the original Branson. That's how I like to refer it. It's a small cattle ranching county, small cattle ranching community in southeast Colorado. It's halfway between Trinidad and Springfield, right on the New Mexico border. So about 80 miles west of the Kansas border, right just a mile north of New Mexico. In fact, we are the southernmost town in Colorado. We combine with Kim, which is a neighboring community about 42 miles away, to have enough numbers for football, volleyball, basketball, baseball. Co-oping for all of our junior high and high school sports. Definite, true, small school, rural America. That's how we started the Saddle Rock Sports Network. And we have been growing ever since. Excited to bring the rest of this game to you. Here we go. It's going to be Stockton Mitchek back to return.
Back for Colorado South will be Stockton Mitchak.
And he's had the kicking duties all night. Dagum Reed to kick. We've seen mostly long kicks. We've seen a couple of intentional dribblers. I would anticipate maybe a small one. Nope, he's going to make it playable, but it's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Colorado will start at their 15.
This is basically for the kids, and I'm not sure what the age limit is. You have to be a kid, but I hear free slushies while supplies last. So if you're
Wow,
a
they
kid,
just made an announcement here in Greensburg. Free slushies for all the kids.
free slushies while
Tell you what, if I wasn't on the mic, I would be trying to get down there as a kid at heart, getting that free slushie. Wow, there are some kids literally sprinting down to the concession area. How fun is that? Yeah, I love that we're doing this here. Not in a big stadium. Beautiful facility, but still got that small town personality. Loving it. That's Coulter Cranston. He's going to try and turn it around the other way. He's still on his feet. Laterally went from one side of the field to the other. Ended up gaining about 9 on the play.
Coulter Cranston carrying the ball for Colorado.
Well, they gave him about 8 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 7.
Tackle for Kansas.
Coulter Cranston, Kim School graduate, headed to West Texas A&M University. Decker is able to get it away. It's a forward pass. They're going to say incomplete. Probably a good idea because Mitchek was going to get hunted down by number 31, Shilin's John Sabatka. Good pressure there by the Kansas defense on Decker. That'll be 3rd and 7. Ball still at Colorado's 24 on the far hash. Just here on the backside of the media booth, I'll kind of tell you about a fun thing that happened due to a lot of the rain and just the dedication of the principal here trying to figure it out. All right, Coach Cranston wide on the near side of the field. Decker has it. He's in pursuit. It's lofted up. Coulter Cranston had to shift from offense to defense. Trey Allen from Weskin was right there all over it. Decker, who's already thrown an interception tonight, has to really be careful against these athletic DNs. And he was thrown on the run. In this situation, you'd rather overthrow your target than underthrow. But hey, I'm the 50-year-old guy up here in the booth, waxing poetic about what I think I would do. A little different when you're the man with the helmet on. Pitch to Mitchek. Mitchek's going to try to turn it up the sideline. He's going to get chased down, but not after he gains enough to move the chains. Stockton Mitchek really has been one of the bright spots for the Colorado South All-Star team here.
From South Barber making the tackle. Sorry about that. Had some cheese that got
8.5 to go here in the third. Kind of a loaded left situation. Decker, he's going to hold on to it. He gets maybe a yard on the play. That was well defended by Kansas. Good pass defense. Decker really didn't have a free target. That was the big fella from Cunningham, Trent Schnichter, on the tackle. Strong right formation, Mitchek in the backfield. They fake the pitch, try a little sneaky play, but Kansas sniffed it out. Schnichter was there, a force to be reckoned with in the middle.
Trent Schnitter at the line of scrimmage.
That's going to bring up 3rd and about 14 for Colorado. Tell you what, to stay in this game, this is a critical possession. What are they going to do to try to get within striking distance on this possession? Load left. Motion, Cranston in the backfield. He's got it. He's in trouble. He gets rid of it before he gets taken down. Incomplete pass. Good sportsmanship there by number 11, Weskin's Trey Allen, helping Cranston up. You know, I love seeing that from either side, especially from a team that's, you know, up by several touchdowns. You know, it's good to play with passion, but it's also good to play with composure and class. And that was really cool. I got to hand out the respect when I see it. Trey Allen doing a great job. 4th and 14 with the ball exactly at midfield. They might get a delay of game penalty. And they do. Took a little too long in the huddle. Delay of game. That's going to move Colorado back 5 yards. So now it's 4th and 20 at the 35. coming out in pretty much the same formation they looked like they were coming out in. Again, Decker gets it off to Cowboy Davis. Able to get back to that line of scrimmage from the previous play, but not enough for a first down. That's a turnover on downs. Kansas is going to have it pretty much right at midfield.
I don't know. I call it both when I announce. I only had one game with him.
Okay, Crow.
Because Stein, I did Stein and Stain both, so I don't know what it is. I assumed it was Stein, but when I scouted them,
This is a big defensive opportunity for Colorado. If Kansas scores, this is going to be a pretty big lead to overcome. It's a pitch back to Hoopingarner. He's not afraid to air it out, but look, number 1. Gosh, that was a beautiful play. Ball pulled out by number 10 on that's Tim Provost of Shira. But wow, Hoopingarner got it over to Josh Raff. Little reverse flea flicker. I'm not exactly sure about the name of that play, but man, it was pretty. It was pretty.
Turn on that line 3 camera again. I turned it off during the halftime.
That's going to be first and goal from about the 12. And that was Langston Northern. Gains a couple on the play. They're going to spot it pretty much at the 7-yard line. Second and goal here for Kansas. There he is. Stop me if you can, and they can't. Langston Northern getting it done. Northern having quite a night. Score now 44-14. Daggum Reed. Nice snap. Kicks away. Guess what? He split the uprights again. He is money on those 2-point conversions. It is a 31-point Kansas lead.
5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors of this All-State weekend. This is Farm Bureau Representative Crystal Provost out of Shira, Colorado. Her son Tim playing in this game today. Local people, great rates, and friendly service. That is the Farm Bureau promise. If you're in the market for insurance products or some kind of future proactive financial services, you can reach out to Crystal Provost at 719-254-3368. Or you can stop by her office if you happen to be in Rocky Ford, Colorado. It's near La Junta in the Arkansas Valley. Give Crystal a call. She'll take care of you. Thank you, Crystal, for your sponsorship of today's broadcast. It's going to be Daggum Reed to kick and Brett Kendall back to receive.
Reed will be set to kick off for Kansas.
Kendall back to return. He picks it up at about the 2. He's able to put a quick move on. Gets about to the 25, 23. We'll see where they spot it. Nice return by the Primero graduate.
Number 13, Judah Crow.
Two players from Primero High School, Brett Kendall and Jairo Dominguez. Primero is one of the neighboring schools of Saddle Rock's home area. We cover a lot of Primero sports, although they are not one of our schools, not yet. We get to play in basketball tournaments. They're league competitors in basketball and football and volleyball. Neat young crew. Coulter Cranston with it. Schnickert in pursuit. Cranston keeps it. Gets about 7 yards of positive yards. And they're going to spot it at the Colorado 33. Mitchek with it. He's going to turn the gas on. He's still on his feet. Mitchek.
Nice run by Stockton. Mitchek
moves the chains with a run of about 25 yards.
Number 11, Trey Allen.
And that was Trey Allen on the takedown. More positive yards for the graduate from Eads, Colorado. Stockton's been a fun one. We've got to cover him mostly in basketball games. He qualified for the state track finals a couple of weeks ago, placed very well in the long jump. Kendall with the ball. And that is big number 13, Judah Crow from Weskin on the defense. Tell you what, those young men from Weskin. Weskin was the state champion in Kansas six-man this year. So several state champs out on the field at the moment. Colorado South has a couple of state champs in the players from Cheyenne Wells. Ethan Garay, Zach Dickey, and Chasen Turner, all state champions as well. Garay, number 9. Out on the field right now for Cheyenne Wells. Cranston has it. Pursued by number 44, Emlong. Cranston airs it out, but that might get picked. And it's knocked down, falls down incomplete in the end zone. Intended target was number 10, Tim Provost from Shirah. That was Oakley Duval from South Barbara on the pass coverage on that last play. It's going to be 3rd and 15 for Colorado. Mitchek with it. He's holding on to it. He gets it up to Decker. Decker avoids one tackle, but there's several white unis not too far away, but he gains maybe 5 yards on the play. That'll bring up about 4th and looks to be about 9 yards for Colorado. They're in Kansas territory. They need to take advantage of this opportunity with just under 3 minutes to go here in the third. Colorado has 3 receivers out wide. Looks like it might be Cranston with the opportunity. Bumbled snap. It's a turnover after the snap, recovered by Kansas. Harley McPherson with the big recovery. Coming out of Shiloh. Kansas going to get another opportunity. We've seen them do it on the ground. We've seen them do it. Most of their breakout plays have been in the air. Let's see what razzle-dazzle they come up with this time. It's not going to be the same quarterback, but it will be the big fella, Langston Northern, in the backfield, and they pitch to him. No surprise there. He's got a good blocker. And he breaks the tackles. Coulter Cranston might catch him. He's fast enough to do it. Not that time, though. Langston Northern extends the lead to a bunch. 52-14 is the score at the moment. Northern, a force of nature to be reckoned with. Running down, going downhill, full head of steam. He had Josh Rath ahead as the lead blocker, and he had his hand in his back on the numbers, directing him where to go. And once he saw the hole, boom, he took off. And if you can outrun Coulter Cranston of Branson Kim, that means you got some wheels. Coulter's pretty fast, qualified in the 200 at the state championships. This is Dogum Reed. I'm sorry for botching his name there. 2-point kick blocked. 52-14, Kansas sitting in the driver's seat, defending the home field in decisive fashion with about 2 minutes to go here in the third. We'll take a little break.
Andreatta Well Service designs, builds, services, and repairs well and water systems throughout southern Colorado. We provide well drilling, well rehabilitation, water pump systems, agricultural irrigation pipelines, septic systems, road construction, and general excavation services. As fifth-generation Walsenburg small business owners, we pride ourselves on being an active part of the local community. Good luck to all the student athletes competing today.
Back to it, folks. Dogum Reed to kick again. Stockton Mitchek back to return. Let's see if Mitchek can make something happen. He's been one of the bright spots for Colorado here. Explosive runner. Reed's going to put one up that is returnable. Takes a bounce. Mitchek gets it at about the 12. He's on his feet. Goes right into the heart of the beast and gets out to about the 31, 32. We'll see where they spot it. That was Judah Crow from Weskin on the tackle. We're not quite sure if it's Crow or Crow. Checked a bunch of folks, but didn't ask about that one. All right, Colorado going to give it a shot. Cranston in the backfield. It's a pitch to him. Going up the far side. A lot of white jerseys. Cranston still on his feet. He gains about 12 or 13 on the play. Nice positive yards for Colorado. It was Trey Allen on the tackle. Sun just about to set as we have a minute and a half to go here in the third. Gorgeous evening here in west central Kansas. Mitchek in the backfield this time. Garay out to block. Fumble on the play, recovered by Colorado. Lucky bounce. Tim Provost heads up play to maintain possession. So still going to be third and looks to be about 7. Looks like Turner and Provost out wide. Another bad snap for Colorado. And that's going to be fourth down at their own 34-yard line. 2 bad snaps by Colorado.
34-yard line.
Went from a 2nd and 3 situation now to looking at 4th and 12 or 13. And they're going right under center this time, hopefully minimize the threat. Decker still on his feet. He airs it out. Oh, no. And that's right to a white uniform. Number 4, Luke Albers has it on his feet.
Decker's pass is intercepted by number 4.
That was a pick.
Luke
Luke Albers, great pass defense and heads-up play by Kansas. Big number 4, Luke Albers out of Cunningham with the pick. There is laundry on the field.
The Kansas All-Stars.
May have been a block or a hold. Let's see who, oh, they're marching it against Kansas. I don't know what the call was.
Is it an open hand?
Well, regardless, that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 10 minutes still on the clock. Kansas in the pole position.
Hey, he's a good pitcher. He pitched for Fort Hays State.
Again, we're glad to be here today.
I think he coaches.
Well, obviously, we're based in Branson, Colorado, and we'd love to see the Colorado South team respond and come make this a little more competitive. Just the way Kansas is playing right now, I don't know that that's going to happen. You do have to wonder, though, you know, as Colorado brought enough players for 2 separate teams, Kansas brought players for 1. If all of the best of the 2 Colorado teams earlier today and right now were to combine, would that be a more competitive team here against Kansas and even against Texas earlier today? Just a good question to ask oneself. Next year, this game, as there have been discussions amongst the planning committees, I've heard rumblings that this game could be in Colorado next year. It's been hosted twice in a row here in the Dodge City area, and it might be headed west next year. Kansas with an opportunity. They give it to number 31, Sabatka from Shiloh. He lowers his shoulder, eventually stopped by number 4. That's Matt Gonzalez from Levita on the stop. But Sabatka puts his shoulder down, gets enough to move the chains. That's another Kansas first down.
Ball spotted at the 32-yard line of Kansas.
Guess that is Northern. Shocker, getting it done. Brought down by several Colorado players. Langston Northern out of Ingalls. Strong, strong runner.
Number 80 from Hanover, 80, David Byers.
And the spotter says that is Case Nelson out of Eads. And David Byers from Hanover on the tackle. Kansas going to have it second and about 7. 1 yard into Colorado territory. Rath, quick handoff to Northern. Northern met at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. We'll see if they give him progress. They're going to call it down pretty much right at the original line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Still, it's going to be 3rd and about 6 or 7, something like that. Jairo Dominguez from Primero on that last tackle. Kansas sends 2 out. That's Albers on the far side. Rath with it. He's got time. He finds Northern, drops the pass, incomplete. That will be 4th and about 6. Colorado looking for a stop here. But as long as Langston Northern is on the field, Don't count out that running back. Rath back to throw. He's got a couple of targets out wide. Rath has it. He's under pressure. Gets it up. It's bobbled and caught. They're saying he did not have control. So that will be a turnover on downs. The Colorado defense making a good stand there. Let's see what the Colorado offense can come up with. Colorado right there at their own 39, 1 yard away from Kansas turf. Decker hands it off to Cranston. Cranston tried to break it up. Good backside pursuit by number 44, Wyatt Amlong out of Golden Plains. Cranston gained about 4 yards on the play. Ball spotted at the Kansas 36. Kendall coming in for Decker. I imagine Kendall might be the quarterback in this situation. Tim Provost also out there from Shira, as is Chasen Turner out wide. Pitch back to Kendall. Kendall's just going to turn on the gas, try to make something happen with his feet. He gains about 6 or 7 yards on the play. Brought down, looks to be about the 30-yard line. That will set up 3rd and 5. That is Judah Crow on the tackle. Crow out of Weskin. Turner and Provost out wide for Colorado. Cranston in the backfield. It's a pitch to Cranston. He's got a couple targets. He's going to keep it. He's going to tiptoe along. Oh, and there's a flag. Cranston got into the end zone, but it might be coming back. There's Laundry in the backfield. They're saying it's a hold against against Colorado. And they're bringing it back. Cranston had a beautiful run, but one of his compatriots got a little too handsy. Not sure who it was. I didn't see it myself. So instead of 3rd and 4, it's going to be 3rd and about 14. That's one of those tough calls. You know, you got to do what you got to do as a ref, but the game's a little bit out of hand. Let them have the touchdown. Now it's Mitchek. He's going to turn around the other way. He's going to get away from one man. Those Kansas guys are quick. Mitchek's pretty fast, too. Nice swarming defense by Kansas. That was Judah Crow making the tackle. It'll be 4th and 10 at the Kansas 35 for the Colorado offense. We mentioned it already. On July 1st, Saddle Rock Sports is going to bring you the Can-Am Bowl. There's going to be a timeout right there. It'll be in a little town called Rosetown, Saskatchewan. Team Canada versus Team USA. 6-man football. The best from 2 Canadian provinces taking on the best from 6, or actually take that back, 5 states here in the U.S. Texas, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, and Nebraska. We will be there on July 1st to bring you the game. Again, if you would like to help us cover some of our costs for our crew and travel, you can be a business sponsor and get actually your business out to an international audience. That's just pretty cool. Another way you can help us with that game is simply share the news about the game to your family and friends that might be interested in watching. Because it's a little bit of a drive from here in the heartland of America up to Rosetown, Saskatchewan. Sure easy to pull up our game on the Saddle Rock Sports YouTube channel and just watch it from the comfort of your own home. And we're glad to do it. It's a ton of fun. This year we'll have about 6 crews. Expect to have about 30 to 35 different high school students helping us out through the course of the year. It's a neat time. 4th and 10 for Colorado. Pitch back to Kendall. Getting bum rushed. He's on his feet. He might get there. He got close. Let's see if they give it to him. Let's see where they spot the ball. Is it going to be a friendly spot? No, they're giving it to Kansas. They didn't even bother to measure. I think the refs are ready to go home. I can understand it's been a long day. I think this is this a different reffing crew than this? So this is a fresh reffing crew, but it is a Saturday night. Maybe they got some Saturday night plans. In their defense, he did look to come down short of the goal. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the in the 4th. Kansas will have the ball at their 26. Well, the good news for Colorado is Northern is not out there at the moment. But there's still some studs with white jerseys on the field right now. Bobbled snap. It's picked up. That is number 7, Harley McPherson's able to get back to. Let's see if he got back to the line of scrimmage. May have come a little short of the original line. Looks like it'll be a loss of about 1.5. McPherson in the backfield. Looks like Austin Miller of Tesket's going to receive it. Oh, bobbled, picked up by 13. He's going to be tackled way back there. That's Judah Crow from Weskin picking up the bobbled snap or bobbled pitch. This is about the longest stretch to the first down marker that Kansas has faced this entire game. It's about 3rd and 23, 24. They got one. It's 3rd down. Why do we have somebody back to receive? We were kind of confused. Oh, the ball is popped loose, and it bounces out of bounds. And it rolled out of bounds. So Kansas still has possession, but it will be 4th and about 20 from the Kansas 21. Colter Cranston back to receive. It's a kick that's going to fall kind of short. Number 13 happens to be there on the bounce. That was Judah Crow from Weskin. He was there. Now Colorado South with about 3 minutes to go would love to score one more touchdown that's not called back due to a holding. 52-14. This game is going to go Kansas's way. They've just come out, really have been dominant, have been able to maintain the Colorado offense in check. Kendall has a man. It's Coulter Cranston. What a catch! All right, we're going to try that one on the replay, see if we caught it. There it is. Kendall up to Cranston. A contended catch. Well defended. He climbed the ladder and brought it down. Moves the chains. One of the highlights of the night for the Colorado South team. See if they can punch it in here. 20-yard line, 1st and 15. Mitchek looking to pitch it back to Kendall. Kendall has it. He gets it back up to Cowboy Davis, who's swarmed at the line of scrimmage. Second and 15. Well defended play there by Kansas. Again, both these teams, mentioned at the end of the last game, it's been a pleasure to call this game. All of these recently graduated players, most of them, this is the last time they'll play helmet on competitive football. And it's our privilege to get to bring this game to you. Glad they took the time to make it happen. Kendall finds Mitchek. He's still on his feet. Swarmed by the defense. He's still going. Nice fight by Mitchek. Nice gain. That'll bring up 3rd down. And about 5 to go before they move the chains. They're going to have to get down to about the 5-yard line. Ball spotted right on the 10. Minute and a half to go in the game. Colorado would love to get one more for good measure. We will stay here at the conclusion of the game as they hand out medals to all the players. Pitch to Cranston. Cranston's got room. He gets in this time. No laundry. That is going to be a Colorado touchdown by Coulter Cranston. I've been a part of Coulter Cranston's life since junior high. I've got to say Coulter Cranston touchdown I don't know how many times, and that's the last time I will get to say that. Coulter Cranston touchdown. He scored. I should look that up. How many total touchdowns has Coulter had in his career? A lot. And the kick by Diaz. Is good. 22-52 is your score. Kansas is going to win this one, but it has been a fun one. Entertaining on both sides of the ball by both teams. Some good break open plays by both squads. If I were to give out a player of the game, it's going to come down to 2 Kansas players for me. It's going to be the quarterback, Jake Hoopengarner, who really established the first quarter lead, the first half lead in my decision. And then it was number 5, Langston Northern out of Ingalls, who really put it away in the second half. Just a powerhouse of a runner, and Colorado really didn't have an answer for Hoopengarner in the first or for Northern in the second, and Kansas walks away with this one by a 30-point margin. That one picked up by the big fella, number 66, Miguel Garcia out of Golden Plains. 57 seconds left to go. We'll see if they just take a knee, couple of knees to finish this out, or if they elect to try to let somebody else have one more score. Want to thank all of the players for giving up 4 days of their summer to come out here. Want to thank all the coaches for taking 4 days of summer vacation time to come out and coach some of their own players from their own schools or families and from players across their states. It's always neat to see folks give of their time and their resources to make this happen. I want to thank all the families that gave up their players and their coaches for one more. It's Big Schnicker rumbling for a couple yards. Out of Cunningham, big number 77. Coming in at 6'1" and 270 pounds of power. Clock continues to run, 35-ish seconds. Oh, they line up the big fella. Looks like we're in the victory formation. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up, folks. Final score, 52-22. Kansas taking care of business here as the host home team. We appreciate the hospitality extended to us here in the broadcast booth. We also appreciate everyone that pitched in to make this game a possibility. Want to shout out Carrie Sherman of Colorado that stepped in and did a lot of logistical work to make this week a possibility, not only for the Colorado players, but for the Kansas and Texas players as well. Appreciate everyone for tuning in and letting your friends, your family know about our broadcast here today. We know you've enjoyed watching these players throughout their high school, most likely in their junior high careers, and we're glad to have been able to brought one more game your way. And it'll be up here on YouTube to watch over and over and over as long as you want and as many times as you want. So congratulations to all 4 teams that competed today. Again, we will be with you in Rosetown, Saskatchewan for the Can-Am Bowl on July 1st. It will be a 5 United States versus 2 Canadian provinces. Both teams circling it up to pray at the end. That's always a super neat thing to see. I really do appreciate teams just having fun there. Not having fun, but taking time to really give thanks. Speaking of thanks, I also want to take a minute, thank all of our sponsors for today. 4 Rivers Ranch Equipment, C&K Oil Incorporated, Andreatta Well Services, Farm Bureau Insurance Representative Crystal Provost out of Chirac, Colorado, Sixmania, and our informational partner, the World Journal, out of Levita and Walsenburg, Colorado. We couldn't have done it without all of you, and we appreciate all of your support. Yeah, we'll keep it right here as they take just a minute and line up the players and hand out some medals or awards. I'm not exactly sure what they're handing out this year. Last year they had little rings made up for everybody. They were pretty cool. They even had one for the broadcast guy. I thought that was pretty cool. Cool. I don't think they're getting me a medal this time, though, but that's all right. Neat time. We're hoping for safe travels for all of these guys on their way back. You know, I like to call out cool stuff when I see it. That was number 70, Junior Diaz of Hanover, working his way down the Kansas line, shaking everybody's hand one last time. Cool stuff. Neat young men. They're going to line up in order of their numbers, and we'll have their medal presentations. There's one for Turner, then Kendall. Now Zach Dickey out of Cheyenne Wells. Ojeda's not there. There's Matt Gonzalez. There's Case Nelson, number 7. Ethan Garay out of Cheyenne Wells. Tim Provost out of Chirac. There's Coulter Cranston getting his medal. Joel Tezak there. Stockton Mitchek for the South. He might be my player of the game. Colton Davis, Cowboy. Pleasure to watch him play. Number 25, Braden Stoker, maybe the defensive stopper of the day for Colorado South. Tyler Decker doing a great job out there at quarterback. Jairo Dominguez out of Primero. Enjoyed watching him last 4 years.
Dominguez
Junior Diaz from Hanover. And rounding it out, number 80, Dave Byers, also from Hanover. All right, now for
from Branson Kim, John Cranston. From Cheyenne Wells, Miles Smith.
and all the coaches over there.
From Cheyenne Wells, Blake
Miles Smith, John Cranston, and Blake Bogenhagen. Now for the hometown Kansas team. Victorious today by the score of 52-22.
For the Kansas team, from Golden Plains, number 1.
Here it is, number 1, Josh Rath out of Golden Plains.
Prescott, number 2, James Dickerman.
Number 2, James Dickerman out of Prescott.
Bison,
Number 3, Jake Hoopengarner, one of my players of the game right
from
there.
Cunningham,
Number 4,
Albers.
Luke Albers,
From Ingalls,
my other player of the
5,
game from
Langston
Ingalls,
Northern.
Langston Northern.
From Cheyenne, number 7, Harley
There's
McPherson.
Harley McPherson.
From Weskin, number 11.
Weskin, number 11, Trey Allen, several big plays during this game.
Tescott, number 12, Austin
Number
Miller.
12, Austin Miller from Tescott.
From Weskin, number 13.
There's number 13,
Judah Crow.
Judah Crow.
From Weskin,
I'm
number
sorry.
15, D.
There's
Stain.
D. Stain, number 15. He's not 0, but he's number 15.
From Ingalls, number 20,
Brett
Averhoff.
Averhoff, number 20.
From Cunningham, number 22.
The kicker extraordinary,
Reed.
Doggum Reed. Number 24, Oakley Duvall.
24, Oakley Duvall. From
Number
Cheyenne,
31.
31, John Sabatka.
Sorry, don't have these right. That's John Sabatka.
From Golden Plains, number 44.
Number
Wyatt
44,
Campbell.
Wyatt Long, out of Golden Plains.
From Otis Bison, number 55.
Got his picture. Oh, no, that's John
Logan
Sabatka. Had
Meyer.
those turned around.
From Golden Plains,
Logan Meyer,
6,
number
Miguel
55 from
Garcia.
Otis Bison. Miguel Garcia
In
from
Cunningham,
Golden Plains.
number
And the big fella,
77, Trent
your
Schnichter.
favorite and mine, number 77, Trent
And the
Schnichter.
coaches, the Kansas
And the
All-Stars.
coaches for Kansas from Golden Plains, Travis Smith. From Weskin, Brett Crow. From South Barbara, Matt Cantrell. And from Tescott, Damon Walker.
And from Tescott, Damon
Again,
Walker.
appreciate all of the parents that have come out to support here in person, all the parents that sent their players across the state or across 2 states to be a part of this event. We appreciate all of you watching at home that have supported your teams and your players from afar. We wish them the best of luck in their next endeavor, whether that's college or trade school or the workforce or the military. Wherever they find themselves, we wish them Godspeed and good luck. Thank you for tuning in. On behalf of the rest of the Saddle Rock crew, Tate Baker, Gabby Rios, Jackie Rios, and Kennedy Cranston, my name is Brad Doherty. It was a pleasure being here today. Catch us on July 1st for the Can-Am Bowl. And if you are interested in starting your own student-powered broadcasting adventure and being part of the Saddle Rock family, reach out. We'd love to help you get started. It is a great time. Your community will love it. You'll love it. And